What's up, y'all? I'm Daniel, and this is JND Studios' show and tell of third scale hyperreal movie statue Arthur Fleck from the movie Joker. Before we begin, I just want to thank all of you for all the compliments and all the encouragements we received over the last 2 weeks since the launch of Arthur Fleck. I want to especially thank those of you who have made your pre-orders. From the bottom of our hearts, we really appreciate the trust you've given us, even when we are a brand new studio with a brand new product. You've really given us a lot of confidence and motivation to continue our work in bringing you the most amazing movie character statues. We've also heard the constructive criticism expressed by many of you, especially regarding the price. I know it's not the ideal price, but many factors did play into pricing of this piece, despite our efforts to accommodate more of you. Quantity is one, and the materials, which are the very best available, is another. But I can assure you that we'll do better in the department of pricing for sure in the future, as more characters are coming down the pipeline as we speak. Now, I know many of you are wondering how production will turn out for Arthur Fleck, and I just want to take the time today to not only show and tell, but to explain and give you a little glimpse of what's happening. Now, it is my pleasure to present to you JND Studios' very first product. This is Arthur Fleck, the third scale hyperreal movie statue. We're so proud of this piece, not only because it's like our first baby, but we think it came out amazing, and I hope you do too. Arthur Fleck was designed and crafted by none other than our art director, Kojun, and it really shows what Kojun can do in terms of likeness of the characters. Now, this statue is about 26 inches in height, including the base. It's a third scale, as already mentioned. The reason why we decided to go with this scale is because we thought it is the best scale to express hyperrealism. If you've seen the movie Joker, you know that Arthur Fleck is a character who's very complex. Whatever you're seeing in the movie, you're not quite sure if it's reality or the character's imagination. It's kind of confusing. We wanted to express that complexity through his facial expression, his posture, his vibe, and to do this, 1/3 scale was best. In terms of the size, this is not an action figure. You can't play around with it. The purpose of this statue is for display, and we feel that this is the right size to have it on display. The pose of Arthur Fleck is a museum pose. The base is a very classic type. All this is in perfect and optimized proportion for the purpose of display. Let's move in a little closer. The skin is silicone. Look at that. He can even turn his head. The reason why we decided to go with the silicone is because there's nothing like silicone to recreate the likeness of a human skin. Once again, in order to achieve hyperrealism. Not only does it look like real skin, but you can't capture the same expression or show the complexity of emotion with any other medium. Now, the problem with silicone is that it is difficult to paint on, which means it's extremely tough to produce the same look and the quality as the prototype. And as many of you may very well know, there's been a lot of problems with silicone statues in the past. However, JND Studios has spent endless hours trying to develop a technique to remedy this matter. And we have been able to perfect a technique of silicone production and silicone painting that helps us to reproduce the same look over and over. And it is safe to say that no other studio produces this silicone skin like we do, because it's our very own method. And we keep these techniques in the confines of our studio by producing these parts here and nowhere else. This is a sample that we've been working on, and you can already see that the quality is not far from the prototype. It's almost there. This is why we're so confident that our production will come out fantastic. We also use the highest grade silicone. You might not know, but there are many different grades of silicone out there. But we use the silicone that is the most durable. As long as you keep it indoors where people can live, Arthur Fleck's skin will last you a lifetime with no degradation in paint layer or texture. No, it's not cheap, but yes, you're getting the very best, I promise. Now let's look at the eyes. Our glass eye is also something that we've been working on for a while. As soon as you look, you'll be able to tell that there's a depth to this iris that mimics the real eye very closely. Also, the ability to reflect light is also something that we've been working on to match the likeness of a real eye. You look into Arthur Fleck's eyes, you can almost see his soul. Maybe. Hair of Arthur Fleck is styled just as you see in the movie. Just looks natural. We're very satisfied with how it came out. The skin, the eyes, the hair truly sets Arthur Fleck apart in terms of likeness and realness. Next is wardrobe. The most important factor when it comes to wardrobe is the fit. As you scale down the figure from the actual size, it's very difficult to scale down the wardrobe perfectly. And if the fit is off, the size is a little too big or too small, then the whole thing feels off and just looks awkward. But as you can see, Arthur Fleck's clothes fit him nice and snug. The way Kojun accomplished this is first he designed the body perfectly. Arthur Fleck is not a big guy. He's kind of frail looking. He looks weak and unstable. Kojun had to make sure the statue looked this way even with the clothes on, which means he had to design the body with this in mind. Secondly, it's the details. All the little parts of the wardrobe have to be as real as it gets. From texture, fabric, zipper, buttons, everything is real. It's just scaled down perfectly. And to do so, our wardrobe team manufactured each little part from scratch. I mean, look at the pattern. Look at the shoelaces. Even though the socks are partially hidden, they're the cheap, loose kind, the socks that Arthur Fleck would have worn. The wrinkles in his jacket, the old lady sweater. Every little part of the wardrobe describes this character. The character who's struggling in life, mentally and physically unstable, in a miserable existence. And you get that vibe that you got when you were watching the movie. And like I said, by paying attention to the minute details, we were able to produce a look that we're willing to call hyper-real. The base is designed in a very simple look. I can say that it's simple, yet elegant and classic. There's the title of the movie in the front. The floor is of a wooden texture, and the finish is like a glossy finish that makes it look very classy. And the design of the base is very purposeful. It doesn't take your eyes away from the character, and yet it adds to the entire piece the element of class and quality. It's a base that's very fitting to the concept. Next, we have some accessories. We tried to minimize the accessories and focus more on the quality of the character. In Arthur Fleck's right hand is a big paper bag. Inside the paper bag, you'll find a small paper bag. And inside the little paper bag is Arthur Fleck's pistol. In Arthur Fleck's pocket is a little card that he carries around that explains about his condition in case he has another one of those episodes and people are wondering why he's laughing. So those are the accessories, and that is all that I have to show and tell you about Arthur Fleck today. I just want to stress one last time that we're producing all the main aspects of this piece in our headquarters in Seoul, Korea, so that Kojun himself can control the quality of production. So I hope you put aside your concerns and get excited about what's coming. Also, please stay tuned for our next project, as its prototype is already in the works. We really do hope to win many of your hearts as we prove to you how serious we are about creating the most realistic, the coolest looking, the most value-worth collectibles. That's it for me, and I'll be back to show you how our actual production is going. Thanks for watching, and please make room in your collection for JND Studios' third scale hyper-real movie statue, Arthur Fleck.